Nevertheless, many people are still experiencing anxiety, so in this video, we will discuss the current price of Bitcoin and the challenges it faces. We will discuss Ripple's steady coin liquidity, how the overall setup seems, and what they plan to accomplish with it. I'm uncertain about the reasons behind this exceptional price and investment opportunity, so let's dive right in. Bitcoin is currently down 37% over the last 24 hours, closing at $3,392. It is up 45% against the US dollar and the US dollar index, respectively. Since XRP is a mean lean, that's correct, it is down even more. People 46 cents saintly Rooney smokers. Yes, are we terrified now? Do we feel afraid? We are actually at the bottom of that zone because of the buy box that we have been displaying to you for a while. I'll try to retrieve it for you. Hurry, I believe this is it. Alright, may we enlarge this? The buy zone is there. That's the previous version we shared with you. Was it planned, and if so, can I utilize a more recent version? However, that is how we are viewing it. It's not insane, this was a possibility all along. There's always a reason for this, but that move will determine what happens next. On the plus side, if you're not making more effective purchases, just be patient. Everyone wins in this situation. I have no idea why you aren't involved in my project. However, there aren't really more than 59,000 of you on YouTube, and it costs $165 to pay XRP. After paying your credit card, keep your NFTs. Every month, they receive XRP. This illustrates the ease with which Bitcoin holders can maintain control. This explains why there is a temporary price pump in Bitcoin. A temporary price pump is in place. I believe I had a conversation with Willy Woo, as I can still clearly recall that name. Like Willy Woo, the individual in question asserts that the current state of the Bitcoin price is unimpressive. He continued, highlighting the necessity of eliminating XX speculators from the market for a few more weeks, adding that the current Bitcoin reversal is technical rather than fundamental. People, how many times have we told you that we will be seeing you in 2 or 3 weeks when we come on this channel every morning or twice a day? In a few more weeks, we'll be ahead of these markets into July, marking a significant breakout. I informed you that while Bitcoin was in the 65-66 range, we could anticipate a 10 to 15% decline. Welcome. Here you go, and there you are. It was inevitable, as you knew. Use it as you please, buy it or otherwise. You have the option to relax, confident in the well-planned outcome. They will continue to manipulate the markets to make it appear as though they have already reached that point. The news that Bitcoin has already seen its explosive peak and that alts will soon reach their peak will cause you to lose interest in cryptocurrencies. They will continue to grow as long as you keep an eye on them, right? It desires your departure from your current position, your removal from your role, and your loss of hope. It does not want you to remain in these markets at a time when we are poised to surge and witness Bitcoin surpass $100,000 or even $160,000. I can't reiterate this point enough. This bull market is the biggest you have ever participated in. It surpasses both the 2013 and 2017 bull markets. 2021 was a peanut year. For the majority of you, 2017 was likely the biggest cycle you have ever experienced. A significant portion of the market reached an unprecedented peak. Occasionally, bogus Coinbase rumors would cause token prices to soar to 20,000%, marking the largest cycle we've seen up to this point. We anticipate a cryptocurrency cycle of 5 to 7 trillion, or 4.5 to 5 trillion. The overall market capitalization of cryptocurrencies will likely reach a peak of between $7 and $10 trillion by the end of this year. Currently, it is a little less than $2.45 trillion. This is a record high for the industry. By the end of this year, we're going to see 5 to 7 next year. Folks, this is the big boy money. This represents the institutional capital that will be making investments in the market as XRP decreases. This is an older Brad video. You may think you've never seen it, but I'll show it to you because we'll be connecting this to Japan's coinage or bank consortiums remembering the silver. Out of these, 62 prioritize their clients' needs. Benefits the environment as a whole. Cutting expenses and generally lowering friction. This is a significant improvement. Similar to how information and the internet have made a plethora of new options possible, the internet is useful for business because it creates very little friction. There's no denying that payments open up a plethora of new prospects for businesses and the banking system. Keep in mind that this is a significant victory for Japan's overall infrastructure. I'm looking forward to following and studying together with the banks in Japan as they interact with other F students globally. You're correct, we don't have to complete it. Brad asserts without a doubt. In my thoughts, there is a significant victory for Japan's infrastructure as a whole. The Japan Consortium hosted a press conference. Following the release of MoneyTap in 2018, Brad Garlinghouse sent a message, essentially congratulating Japan on the KOSA banks. For those who don't recall, MoneyTap is a financial platform. Next comes the Post MoneyTap. The Post MoneyTap was a smartphone app that enabled users to make domestic payments on demand in Japan. It doesn't require XRP, correct? Nevertheless, this is what it is, an app that will enable immediate payment processing. When you use this app outside of Japan, it can facilitate on-demand liquidity payments. In this case, SBI's holdings are all visible. I am aware that many individuals are taking advantage of XBI. I heard this from Yoshi years ago. It's worth listening to. $10 in an instant. Well, the man hasn't blinked in ages, which is a running joke, but I believe he knows what he's doing and that Tangelo and his 62 banks are in control. In other words, Ripple now controls 40% of the entire market. This development will benefit the market in question. Galaxy Digital predicts that on-demand liquidity and the development of various money apps using Ethereum spots could generate net inflows of $5 billion for an ETF in the first 5 months. That's a whopping $5 billion. Over the first 5 months, Ethereum ETFs will receive inflows totaling $1 billion per month. As you continue to enter, the situation will only worsen. After that, it will just scale. I won't whine about it. I'll presume you want to discuss when XRP gets his ETF and we can collect $1 billion a month for 5 months. Concerning the price rise, yes, it provides me with net inflows of $1 billion per month. But where's the other $1 billion that the other institutions are putting in to mix in some liquidity for on-demand purchases and then blend retail for them to purchase? Willing to pay the price. It will be interesting to monitor the price of Ethereum as the $1 billion monthly inflow begins to impact the actual price. I predict that the price will no longer be 51 cents. Next, we have this. This is fascinating. Liquidity stated that it will monitor the 20 to 10,000 wealthy list groups. In the bounce, the difference between 20 and 10,000 XRP is equal to 100,000 XRP. Okay, so this is the correct calculation. 9 billion of the 20 to 10C group, or the 20 to 100,000 group, went down to around 20 million more pieces about 1.5 months ago. An average of 10,752 million, so he will be sync tracking is necessary to determine where the money is flowing based on the prevailing trends. It's fascinating to observe how these patterns relate to the XRP price and what we obtained. Bill Morgan hopes we can go back. Don't worry, XRP will only be 50 cents this year. We're going to reach a 50-cent mark. XRP, Bill. We're going to go far higher than 50 cents % for patience, but you can see how these markets start to influence people's thoughts. They begin to question your actions. They suggest that maybe XRP isn't the best investment and that I should instead invest in Cardano, Solana, Chainlink, or Ethereum. They're attempting to get you to change your mind. I arrived here in 2017. Having witnessed every fear tactic, I believe that the SEC fiasco, where the number dropped from 190 to 17, was the worst. That, in my opinion, was the most terrifying experience. It didn't startle me, nor did it cause me to lose my posture. You might even help me realize what I own. If anything, you helped me recognize that the only asset will be XRP. In the US, the regulations were clear and straightforward. Do you know what motivated me to take action? That prompted me to visit the exchange and make even more purchases, as I am confident that, based on price, XRP will break its all-time high and move towards a double-digit XRP when this bull cycle comes to an end. Even if we reach an all-time high at the absolute minimum of $3, we're still looking at a 46-cent XRP. There will be a significant shift in the market. There will be a significant push, one that I will never experience in retirement. I have an account with a 401k, 457b, or whatever. You know, we'll never see a pump like the one we're about to experience on XRP.